Oh my goodness. So it has been a day. You know, the first day of school is always a day. So I picked up my camera, got a few clips this morning that you've already seen, and then my intention was not to vlog like during the whole day. And so I didn't, because I really just needed to be present for the first day of school. And in fact, I'm doing that all week this week, but I thought I'd do like a sit down, dear diary, here's how the day went type of video with you guys this week, in case you were wondering. It was a great first day, especially all things considered. Like, first days are always bumpy. I have a really sweet group of kids. We got through just about all the planned activities that I had for the day. We went to the right space for special area. We went to the right tables at lunch, which was a win. It's hard being a new teacher in a new school, because not only is it the kiddos' first day, but it's your first day at a school, and you just feel like you don't know all the routines and procedures, and you walked through them the day before. But there's only so much you can do. So I'm very proud of myself for navigating the school and lunch and special area and all of those things today not on my own. I had teammate help, but like I navigated those for myself and helped my class through them, which was great. So our day in activities, if you watched my video last week, I shared a first week of school plans. I kind of walked you through what we were going to do. And so if you're curious and like in detail what those plans look like, I will link it above in the cards so you can go check it out. Here's like the recap of how it went. The packet worked great in the morning. It was perfect. We learned how to unpack all of our things. And then we did the Find a Friend Who activity. I was blown away. Like, they did such a great job carrying their little clipboards around, asking their friends questions, signing each other's papers. We got to know the teacher with Get to Know Me slides. And then we did our class commitments, and I was really excited about how we did this. I split them into 6 different groups, and in two and two. So like 2 groups made a poster. What does safety look like? What does safety sound like? What does safety feel like? And I feel like that was a good activity for them to like get their feet wet with group work, but it wasn't as effective as I had hoped, because it was hard for them to come up with ideas of like, what does safety look like, feel like, sound like. I think they just kind of struggled with the concept. They would get a few things like, it sounds like quiet and calm. I'm like, well, that's great, because that is kind of what safety sounds like. But then I would kind of extend with conversations like, is it always quiet and calm? What about right now? Is our classroom safe? It doesn't sound quiet in here. So we added some more there. What does it feel like? Some of them, like I had one student who was like, I feel less agitated and I feel like comfortable. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's great. And then some of them were talking about like physically what you can feel like. We're not bumping into each other. Our hands are to ourselves. So I felt like they did a pretty good job, but they didn't come up with as many examples as I was hoping. But we used those posters, and when we came up with class commitment statements, I am willing to blank, they came up with a whole list of them. And what I really like is that we came up with those first, and then we took our 3 school rules, and I did a color for each. And I was like, these are the commitments you made. Here are the school rules. Show me where these school rules are in our class commitments that you guys said you're willing to do. And we found like parallels, like be safe. We had be safe on our list. We had walking feet. That's being safe. All these things. So that went really well. We got to special area. Our teacher said they did great in special area. When we came back, we did our class as a family, and the relatives came, and they loved listening to both the books. It was a great calming thing to do during snack. We compared and contrasted them, which was good. We did a directed drawing of our school mascot. Not all of them finished coloring. That was like our most independent since the morning packet. That was like the biggest independent hurrah for them. And not all of them finished coloring, but I can't let them color forever and ever and ever. And some of them had finished and then were getting antsy. So I hung the ones that finished coloring on our wow work wall already before I left today, which I think was just like 4 of them. But tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to have them come in and finish their coloring if they haven't already before they do their morning choice. And I think that'll encourage some of them to like finish them up, because they'll see their friends hanging in the classroom. We practiced our stem bins. I'm a little nervous about them. I'll keep you posted tomorrow and Friday, just because it's fun stuff. It's blocks, it's drawing, and it can get rowdy. And it didn't get super rowdy, especially because I had the whole class doing them at once, and it was in the middle of the day. So I feel like they followed the directions. We really taught, they're 3rd graders, so I can have like real conversations. I was like, y'all, really, these are a privilege. I was like, not every class does these in the morning. Some classes do morning work. A lot of classes do. And I've done morning work before too. I was like, but I want to give you an opportunity to be creative in the morning, to talk to your friends a little bit in the morning to get our day started. And I was like, and this is a privilege that I'm giving you right now off the get-go. I said, but you've got to show me you can earn it, and you've got to do it correctly, because if we can't do it correctly, it'll get out of hand and they'll go away for a little bit and we won't be able to do those in the morning. So I feel like we could have a real conversation there. And then we did like one more thing. I don't remember what we did after STEM bins. I think I finished early, because I was like, that's enough STEM bins for today. So I read a chapter out of the 3rd grade Angels chapter book, and they were like, I told them, I said, you can watch me while I'm reading, or if you just want to put your head down and like listen to the story and enjoy it, you can. And they were just like so quiet, listen to the whole first chapter. And then we went to lunch. And teachers are eating lunch with the kids this week, so I was just kind of walking around making sure you're sitting on your bottom and going to the right place. And then our class got up and modeled throwing the trash away, and then we went back to our room. We packed up our things because lunch is at 1:15. It's like really late. So then we packed up our things and we went outside to recess. And then when we came back inside to recess, the goal was to do the M&Ms and 7-Up activity that I mentioned in that previous video. So if you're confused, go watch the other video. I should have used a smaller scoop for the M&Ms, and also we just didn't have enough time. So I should have just pulled something else out of my hat that wouldn't have taken as much time, because then it kind of went up into dismissal, and then dismissal was wild because the internet was out and the phones weren't working, and so it was a little bumpy, but it's the first day, so it is what it is. But I have a really sweet group. Overall, it was a great day. David and I went to Moe's because that is first day tradition. We always go to Moe's after my first day of school. I got more coffee because I used the last of it this morning, and after today I was like, oh gosh, I need it. And yeah, that's it. We just went to Walmart, walked around, and it's still pretty early. Like it's 7:30, and I stayed after school for quite a while because dismissal took a very long time on the first day. And then I was still putting school supplies away that came today and sorting papers and things. So having come home as late as I did, for it to only be 7:30, it's still pretty early. I'm excited about that. I did not review my second day plans at all because the internet was down. So I'm going to go review them in the morning, and hopefully everything's ready. Now I got all my copies and stuff ready yesterday, so we should be good to go. Yeah, we should be good. I'm excited. I'm ready for day 2 because it's not all fresh and new. Like I think I'm going to sleep better tonight, not be as nervous, because some of the unknowns are gone now. Like we're going to get into the grind. Not necessarily on day 2, but like slowly but surely. Big takeaways from today. 1, I added a turn-in tray because I can just tell that I'm going to need one, because I'm not going around and collecting papers. And then my teammates do mailboxes differently. So I'm going to start doing this too. Like if a student's finished with a paper and you don't need them to turn it in, they put it in their mailbox. Like they put it in their mailbox. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea for them to take home on Fridays. So it's a little different from how I've done pack up, because I usually have them clean out their mailbox every day. But here we only do it on Fridays for a Friday folder, which is fine. And so I never had students put things in their mailbox except for like on random occasion. If we got like a note from the office for one student, I was like, go put that in your mailbox. So now I'll use that for things that I like don't need them to turn in. Like if they draw a picture during the day and we do a directed drawing and I don't need them to turn it in, I'll just say, call them by table to go put it in their mailbox. And that'll eliminate some of the papers in their desk. We also have file folders that we'll do next week that have a space for each subject. So when they're done, they file their paper and put their file folder in there. So that'll help too. I just noticed that paper management was a little woo. And then same with supply management today, but it's hard on the first day. I had all of their things set up in their caddies, their table caddies, which I've never done table caddies before, so that was an adventure. I had all of their supplies set up in those, and then their colored pencils in their desk. But of course, on the first day, like so many of them come with more supplies, and I'm like, where did all this come from? Because that was not in your desk this morning. So tomorrow we have like an activity. We're gonna do a mystery science thing about how pencils are made, and then go over like our school supply routines and things. So I can let them know, like, this is why you don't have your notebook here, because I have it and it's in this counter for when you need it. This is why you don't have 13 pencils in your desk, because you don't need 13 pencils in your desk. So I think all I'm going to have them keep in their desk are their colored pencils, and then everything else they need will be in the caddy, the pencils, scissors, glue sticks, all that stuff. I'm starting to get tired. You tell? Oh, goodness. But I just wanted to check in, give you a little update. I'm happy I got like a couple of aesthetic clips for you this morning. No guarantees for Thursday or Friday either. I'm not going to be like truly vlogging for a while. It may be like a sit down Dear Diary video like this. Welcome to mi casa, and welcome to me at the end of the first day of school. I was walking around my classroom barefoot because my shoes, oh my gosh, I had just been running around during dismissal. And also fun fact, if you've been following me for a while, you may know. First off, I love these shoes to death, and you can tell because they're like ripping. Look at that. I want to get the exact same kind. These are Pierre Dumas, like knockoff of the Steve Madden. And I like that they're tall, so they're like kind of heels and like kind of fancy, but you can wear them with jeans, you can wear them with dresses, you can wear them with whatever. But they're dirty and they're breaking because I've had them for 3 years now. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I call these my mashed potato shoes because you can still see, and I promise you I've washed them. I've washed the strap. I really have, because this was my second or third year of teaching. A kindergartner spilled hot mashed potatoes all over my foot while I was wearing these shoes in the lunchroom. And I just stood there while potatoes were burning my foot because I was like, what do I do? There's nothing to do. So you can still see like where the potatoes were. And I'm telling you, I've washed these straps. I've washed them. So these are my mashed potato shoes. That's what I call them. And they need to be replaced. Here's the other one. Like this one's breaking too. So kind of a sad day. And all the strings coming out of this. Ooh, that's even worse than I thought. So anyways, at the end of the day, I was like, okay, these feet have got to come off. So when we went to dinner, wore my On Clouds, and they feel so much better on my feet. But the arches, I was like, whew. Okay, y'all, I just looked and I've been talking for 11 minutes. So I hope you liked my 11-minute rant on the first day of school. Love that for me to go back and edit. That's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you in the morning. Maybe you'll see some clips of my day. Maybe we'll just recap in the bedroom again. I don't know. We'll just find out.